So before we talk about the games from yesterday, if you have a friend or a family member that thinks baseball is easy, please show them the intro of today's video because Johan Duran throws 103 with movement. He also has a 95-mile-per-hour splitter. I mean, how are you supposed to hit some of these guys? What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. J-Rod, he is not going to win MVP, but he is having one of the best rookie seasons in the history of baseball. And speaking of history, Albert Pujols, he made some of that yesterday. He is now just 3 home runs away from 700 for his career. And Shohei Ohtani, he went yard again. But staying with his team, yeah, they're going to get sued into oblivion, so stay tuned for that. Now, just a reminder, for the final month of the season, I will be making a donation for every single new subscriber that we get today. We're going to donate $1 for every single subscriber, so let's see if we can break $100. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the recap from yesterday. Now, we're going to start off with one of the crazier games I've ever seen, and I knew it was going to be fun when J-Rod and Austin Riley, they traded bombs. Adam Frazier, he laced a 2-run double, and I hope that he breaks out the final few weeks of the season because he is desperately trying to save yet another disappointing season for the Mariners. You know who hasn't disappointed? Eugenio Suarez. He is 1 home run away from joining the 30 home run club. The Mariners, they're going to win this. Okay, wait. There's Michael Harris with a solo shot. Okay, there's another one. Michael Harris with a mammoth, and I mean a mammoth 3-run home run. He's hitting .311 with 18 home runs and 334 at-bats. I'm willing to say he is officially a superstar. Robbie Grossman had a 2-run blast to send Mets fans into a deep depression because the Braves, they came away with a 7-6 lead. But I guess the good news is for Mets fans, Kenley Jansen was put into the game. I would have gone with Raisel Iglesias because J-Rod smoked a 117-mile-per-hour home run. He now has 25 home runs and 24 stolen bases and a stupid 141 OPS plus, one of the greatest rookie seasons ever. And there it is. Suarez, he joins the 30 home run club on a walk-off home run. The Mariners are 18 games over 500. They look very impressive. You know who else is 18 games over 500? The Blue Jays. But this isn't because they won a game to get to 18 games over 500. The Texas Rangers actually spanked them. Nathaniel Lowe, he doubled in his 69th, very nice RBI, and Adolis Garcia continues to show that he doesn't need to walk or swing at strikes to be good. That's 24 home runs, 89 RBIs, and he has a 110 OPS plus, so he has been good. All-star Martin Perez shoved it for 1 earned run and 7 strikeouts over 6 innings. And look at Leody Taveras continuing his mini breakout season, 19 extra base hits, 10 stolen bases, and a 106 OPS plus and 245 at-bats. So not elite by any means, but not bad. Not bad. Now, before we talk about the Angels getting sued, let's talk about a few other AL West teams. So we have the Astros and the Angels facing off. Shohei Ohtani is an absolute freak of nature, a human cheat code. Like, how are these stats real? He now has 34 home runs, 88 RBIs, and a 149 OPS plus. Okay, so while those are really good, the insane part comes in when you also factor in his 2.55 ERA in 141 innings. He also leads the league in strikeouts per 9. Just unfortunately, he wasn't on the bump yesterday, so the Houston Astros put a hurt on the Halos pitching staff. You have Dubon hitting a home run, and Prime Bregman is back. Easily his best season since 2019. He has 56 extra base hits, 82 RBIs, and a sick 141 OPS plus. Trey Mancini, he nearly matched Bregman with a 3-run shot, and Jordan now has 32 home runs on the season, and Kyle Tucker just stays raking in the shadows. No one really talks about this guy consistently, but he has 25 home runs, 22 stolen bases, and 3 outs above average just for fun in the outfield. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the Halo scandal and the fact that 2 teenagers are suing the LA Angels after the Angels verbally agreed to sign them, and then once they hired a new front office, they handed down a Uno reverse card and they took back their offers, which is horrible. So you can clearly see in this video that hopefully you're watching on the screen right now, they verbally told 14-year-old Kyderson Pavin, I think that's how you say it, they offered him $425,000 and a $125,000 college scholarship. And another teenager, 15-year-old Willie Fanyas. Now, I've never heard of these guys, so forgive me if I'm botching their names. He was offered $1.8 million. He is also part of the lawsuit because both of those teenagers had verbal agreements, but because of the new front office, they took those back. So let me know in the comments, do you think that the Angels should be getting a lot of hate for taking back their offers? Technically, they were still able to because you're not able to sign a player from overseas until they are 16 years old. So even though you can have a verbal agreement at 12, 13, 14, 15 years old until they're 16, you can't agree upon that with a written contract. Honestly, if we know the context, this is kind of the golden ticket for Dominican kids, is making it to the major league. So when you offer a kid $425,000, he's not going to go talk to other teams. So then when you pull it back, you're screwing the kid. So if I'm a judge and I see the facts that a multi-billion-dollar franchise is taking back offers after they verbally agreed to give it out, yeah, I'm going to lay down the hammer. The Angels, they need to sell the team and they'd have to start fresh. One of the greatest weekends of the year, which is sad for me because I need to get out more apparently. Andres Gimenez hit his 16th home run. He has 6 WAR already on the season. He just turned 24 years old, and this next guy turned 25. Steven Kwan belted a no-doubter in the 4th. He has a 4 WAR on the season. Tristan McKenzie and Shane Bieber, they might need some back braces here soon for carrying the staff on their backs. Bieber, he has 7 strikeouts over 6, only allowed 1 earned run. He has a 1.75 ERA over his last 9 starts. Josh Naylor was gifted a lucky 2-run double. I probably would have called it an error, but they gave him the 2-run double. Karinchak had a terrifying 9th inning. He walked 2, but he strikes out 3 for his second save. So that's a sweep for the Guardians, and you guys know the drill. We have to talk about the White Sox now. They were also going for a sweep, but the A's, they had other plans in mind. Cole Irvin was on top of his game, and the Oakland offense absolutely teed off. VML Machine and Sean Murphy, they both had RBI 2-baggers in the 5th inning, and Ramon Laureano popped off for a big boy home run. Tony Kemp broke out in the second half of this one, swatting a home run, and then later on, he legged out an RBI triple. So I'm going to go ahead and show the rest of the highlights, and after this past weekend, here is how the Central is shaping up. Again, I do not want to jinx the White Sox. I don't want to jinx anyone in this division. I refuse to say any words. So if you're not looking at the screen and you're curious of what the AL Central looks like, it's on the screen and it's waiting for you. The two-timer, Bryce Harper laced an RBI double to bring home Rhys Hoskins in the 1st. And speaking of Rhys Hoskins, the dude is having a sick 2022 campaign. 28 home runs, 71 RBIs, and a really solid 127 WRC+. He has a career 355 on base percentage now. That is insane. Alec Boehm isn't having the most exciting season, but he has 11 home runs now. You have David Robertson getting the lead, and Robertson, he closed it out. So the Phillies have now won 3 in a row, and I truly do see them making some noise if Zach Wheeler can come back healthy. So Dodgers fans, they were excited to face off against Musgrove because he said this about Justin Turner earlier in the season. So, yeah.
Is Turner a guy that you had some difficulty with?
I don't know what his numbers are against me. I don't feel like when he's in the box, I don't feel like he's a huge threat. But out of all the guys in that lineup, I didn't feel like he was a huge threat. I just didn't execute pitches very well.
Not a threat, eh? Justin Turner leaves everything, so he got a little bit of payback and some revenge. CT3 Chris Taylor, he clears the deck on his 9th home run. I hope that he wakes up soon, just like Adam Frazier, because an 89 OPS plus is not very good. Max Muncy and Trey Turner, they extend the lead on some RBI base hits, but we're going to go ahead and skip to the guy who isn't a threat apparently. A grand slam in Slam Diego. He hit that ball to Neptune. Again, this guy is almost 38 years old. He has 32 doubles, 13 home runs, 78 RBIs. That is impressive for an old man. Trey Turner finally got into the 2020 club. He's now hitting 306 with a near 5 WAR. If my grandkids ask who is one of the best overall players or more talented players I've ever seen, Trey Turner is going to be in that conversation. So we just saw the Phillies win and the Padres lose. So Milwaukee, they know what they have to do. Rowdy Tellez, he ripped it open right away with a 2-run double. And look at Yelich staying hot. That's a little RBI single for the boys and girls. Willy Adames, this kid is so sick. 25 doubles, 28 home runs, 83 RBIs is ridiculous for a shortstop over the course of a full season, let alone in 119 games. He is crazy productive. Tellez maybe felt a little left out because he's not in the 30 home run club. Just kidding. He changed that on 2 separate swings, one in the 2nd and one in the 4th inning. Brandon Woodruff, he went out there with a huge lead and he really rubbed it in, striking out 11 over 6. And of course, he only walked 1. The Brewers win their 2nd in a row. They are now just 2 games back of San Diego for that final wildcard spot. Jose Quintana has somehow continued to show that his early season success is not a fluke. He might be back to prime Jose Quintana. He has been very clutch for the Cardinals. He pretty much has thrown a quality start in every single start for them. He had 4 strikeouts, almost went 6 innings, only allowed 1 earned run. Pittsburgh ended up with 2 runs, and those were enough to give Pittsburgh a lead going into the final few innings when Corey Dickerson doubled and Tommy Edman to bring it within 1, and Albert Pujols, who probably just got back from using his senior discount at the Golden Corral, he made it back in time to win it for the Cardinals. His 697th home run passes A-Rod for the 4th most home runs in the history of baseball, behind names like Barry Bonds, Babe Ruth, and Hank Aaron. Tyler O'Neill, he homered as the Cardinals win 4-3. I need Albert Pujols to hit 700 home runs more than I need to breathe. I I need that to happen. The Yankees were kind of sick of going back and forth with the Rays, and this one was pretty much over in the first 2 innings. Gleyber Torres had to use all of his might to get this one out. The Yankees, they were instantly up by 3. Giancarlo Stanton smashed a 3-run tater of his own. They both desperately needed that because they've been slumping a whole lot. Pretty much month-long slumps for Gleyber Torres and Giancarlo Stanton. Gleyber hit another one, his 21st of the season, and the youngster Oswaldo Cabrera finally got on the board. That is his first career home run. He has been a monster defensively at right field, third base, wherever you need him. He is going to play a sick defense. Another New York team that won big, and I'm really happy that they did that, by the way. Both New York teams had a great day because yesterday we all know was tough for a ton of people. Brandon Nimmo, he demolished a lefty-lefty nuke, 3 runs on 1 swing. You have Jeff McNeil and Tomas Nido. They both had RBI base hits to help Taijuan Walker, and Taijuan easily had his best start in a while. 10 strikeouts over 7 very efficient frames. Escobar now has 17 home runs, and Tomas Nido, he launched another one. I believe that was his first of the year. So many teams across baseball look fearsome. I don't know who the favorite is to win the World Series. All right, Stone Garrett, he knocked in 2 for Zach Gallen, and Zach Gallen has not allowed a run, I'm just going to remind you guys, in over a month, earned or unearned. He has thrown 44 consecutive scoreless innings. Unfortunately, that streak came to an end in the bottom of the 4th, so he went 44 1/3 without a run. That is the 7th longest streak of all time. Regardless, he struck out 11 over 6 innings, and the Arizona offense continues to play like they have all perks unlocked. You guys remember that game, Modern Warfare 3? Yeah, the Arizona offense has been super soldiers as of late. So 4 Arizona hitters had multiple hits and multiple RBIs. Jake McCarthy, this kid has been freakishly good. He just turned 25 years old. He's hitting .305 with 25 extra base hits, 17 stolen bases. Arizona is number 1 in scoring over the last 13 games. This Tyro Estrada kid is turning out to be pretty good for the Giants over his last 545 at-bats, 20 home runs, and 19 stolen bases. Wilmer Flores tied a career high. He has 18 home runs, matching his last year total and his 2017 total. Since 2016, he has a 110 OPS plus, so he's really good. Doval wrapped it up for his 22nd save, and the Giants, they're still 9.5 games back, but they've won 2 in a row. The Royals, they scored plenty for Brady Singer, who only needed 1 run because he shut out the poor Tigers, and this game was pretty much won by rookies. Drew Waters made it 3-0, and then you have Michael Massey going yard for the 2nd time in his career. Singer, again, made light work. He went 7 shutout, and he came away with 6 punchies on the night. And last but not least, a single run was scored between both teams, and it happened in the very first inning. Xander Bogaerts sac fly, that was it. And the ageless wonder Rich Hill, he struck out 7 over 5 scoreless, and I almost feel bad for Kyle Bradish, who went 7 innings, but Matt Burns, his 5th save, ends the day. And Baltimore has now lost 6 of their last 8 games. I'm starting to kind of lose faith, not gonna lie. All right, everyone, well, that does it for today's recap. Now, before we show the web gems, this day in MLB history, 7 years ago today, Big Papi David Ortiz, he joined the 500 home run club. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy.
Chopper to third. That's a fair ball. Tough play. Urshela with a tremendous throw.
Smacked on the ground to the hole at short. Backhanded by Horner. Jump throw to first. 1 hop. He got him. What a play.
Abrams keeps it on the infield, and he'll get the out.
That's blasted to center. Oh, Dalton Varsho's got it. How about that for a start?
Frazier in short right field. He goes the other way. Haggerty, good speed. Hey, wow, another great catch. Sam Haggerty. Got a good athlete out there.
That one golf deep to left field. Does it have a chance? Pham is back to the wall. Leaps up and he makes the play.